Will be there.
Tell me if it's on. I'm gonna have to stay on the platforms.
No.
What? It's still what? Let's do one of Bear's platforms.
There's 0 watching.
Is it live?
No.
Hold on. Let's see. Watch. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, it's a little bit delayed. That's cool. Let me pause it so I can. Now my face is just right here in the way. That I can.
Wait, why am I like sitting down to the table? This is really weird.
Yeah, because it's delayed. Slightly. I'm sitting right here.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. That everything you need, dude?
Yep.
Right. Yeah, we're live.
Wow.
Hold on.
Go check it by.
What?
What superhero is that?
That's Spider-Man 2099.
What?
What?
Yeah, there's a whole comic book series on him. Had a costume 2 years ago with him.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Need to be the level of Trent to understand.
Yeah, I think I actually have the photo of it on here. On Facebook. Let's see. Hold on, just give me 1 sec. Oh, not much happened in the past year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
So, I'll watch the
Okay.
live chat, because I'm just always on my phone anyway.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be speaking, aren't
There
you?
you go.
Yes. Yeah, I can do both.
That's what we were talking about. Okay. Oh, I need to see settings and see if it's all good. I'll hide down here as I permit.
Hmm.
It's still live?
So how does the live chat work if we are slightly delayed?
It's because that's how all streams are. All streams are slightly delayed.
Okay.
They'll right when they see it, they'll type, and then it'll be straight on to our chat so we can.
So people are watching this right now, and we're gonna be chatting with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or well, we're gonna be answering their questions.
Yeah. So if they actually ask. But other than that, we're just talking about stuff that probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then we're gonna talk about Star Wars, the newest one, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
Okay, good. That way.
So we have to say that there's spoilers then.
Well, it's been 3 weeks.
Still, some people actually are busy and responsible.
Not you, Tons.
Oh.
What's it?
Huh?
What's it called? What's the link?
Link. Here. Let me just. I think I. There you go. There's the link.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then you just click the share button right there.
Then you can join the live chat.
My little head is just sticking out on the.
What is this? A podcast?
Yeah.
So we're doing a live podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably need more juice than this.
I was telling my family that we're doing a podcast, and one of my family members was like, "So, in the language of modern 50-year-olds, what the heck are you doing?" So I had to explain.
Huh. Do you even know what it is?
Yes?
Are you sure about that?
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe yes.
I mean, is it possible you could scoot down just a little bit?
Yeah,
somewhere?
yeah.
Yeah, that way.
Shout out to Kate, first person saying that she's watching.
Good. Let's see if I can find the mouse from all the way over here. I got it.
Do you have eagle eyes?
Look at my evil face just looking on the frozen screen. There you go.
That's so funny.
There you go. That might be better to see what we're doing. Okay. Is everyone ready and stuff?
Sure. My life
So
chat
here's
isn't working.
here's how it kind of works. It's I'll play the music, and then after that we'll introduce ourselves and things like that, and then we'll start off with our first topic. All right. And that's how it's gonna be set up for most of the time. Or if something's going on, then something's going on. I don't know if Chris is over here like playing ukulele. What? I always correct myself on that for some reason. Okay, music playing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'll figure out how to fade that in better next time.
It works.
Well, welcome to X Talk by Red X Studios Entertainment, my company, and I'm Trent J. Mckenney, and we have here on this side,
Adam.
and then this guy's Ivan.
I'm Ivan.
Yeah, he can introduce himself. I don't know why.
Um,
And welcome to BYU. Yeah. This podcast on BYU.
So it's specifically on BYU. My topic's gonna be.
We're on BYU, so they're well. Yeah.
Restrain yourself to the honor code.
What? Don't you always?
Huh?
Restrain yourself to the honor code. That's against
What are you
the
saying?
honor code. That's against him.
Might be copyrighted.
Yeah. So this podcast series we just talk about random stuff. If you have questions, ask in the chat. It's pretty simple stuff to do.
Should we say that we're not really talking about our exes? That it's X from your company, not from our exes.
That's why there's no E in front of the name.
Good point.
Yeah. And this is our living room, pretty much.
Pretty much. It's usually not so decorative. This is nice.
Yeah. Now, who wants to go first? Me?
Sure.
Okay. So recently, 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, a great movie called Star Wars has come out. And we're going to talk about it a little bit, about what you guys think of it.
I don't know, just my initial reactions were, when I saw it, it made me think a lot about the fourth movie, how the plot line was basically the same as the plot line of the seventh movie was basically the same as the fourth one.
Yeah.
You know, we basically saw the same things, like someone got killed, someone had to go find an old Jedi that kind of ran away, you know, and I feel like everything just went by really quickly in the whole thing. Like, you just see this Rey character, like, she has basically been living like in a hermetic lifestyle, and then all of a sudden she knows how to fly like a Millennium Falcon.
Oh, she said she knew how to fly. Like, look at Luke in originals. He straight up picked up a TIE fighter and just flew off.
And she's pretty much living in Tatooine, just with a different name as well. Like, just to continue on that whole thing of
desert.
Not the most original thing.
Thing is that the characters, even though the storyline is the same, the characters are a bit different. I give it that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's no distinct Han Solo, there's no distinct Luke Skywalker, and there's no distinct Leia. Unless you think Finn is Leia and Rey's Skywalker. And
I kind of see Rey as a mix of the two siblings. Like, rather than having them be twins, they're just one person. Because, you know, she's that, like, you know, person that, you know, has been abandoned by her family from her youth, like how Princess Leia knows she is, and but then she's been growing up kind of on her own. She has a little robot friend like Luke, and I don't know. My overall reaction with it, I didn't really like it, to be honest. I think of itself, it's a good movie, but yeah. wasn't my favorite. I was kind of let down. Maybe I got overhyped, but I was kind of let down by it all.
Yeah. Well, you've only seen it one time, right? And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that'll probably gonna only be the only time you see it, huh?
Yeah.
We'll make you watch it again when it comes out on DVD.
Oh dear.
I agree though. I watched it twice, and I feel like, as Adam said, it was a good movie on its own. But comparing it to the other Star Wars movies, just the same plot line, is something me and my whole family noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit recycled. I liked it. My initial reaction, I thought everything was great. I came out of the theaters freaking out. But when I asked my dad, who was more of a Star Wars buff, he came out pretty calmly. I asked him how it was, because I wanted to know, I wanted to know from a perspective that was a little bit more, he had a little bit more knowledge on the movies, and he told me himself, he was like, it was pretty much the same old plot, same old storyline, and I was like, now that I think about it, it's true.
Yeah.
But it's a great movie in itself.
Yeah.
I'll definitely give that. It's definitely worth seeing twice for sure.
Okay.
So, get on it, Adam.
Like, one of the whole movie, I think the highlight for me would probably be BB-8, because his personality was just so awesome in that movie. I like R2-D2 in the original movies, but I think BB-8 beats him out of all the droids so far. Because, well,
I would just love to see like a mini series or just a little more interaction between R2-D2 and BB-8. I think that'd be hilarious. You know, he was by far my favorite character.
well, I heard that the Legos are doing like a little Lego miniseries on Disney or Cartoon Network. That's because BB-8 and R2-D2 and CP3 will have backstory, obviously.
Yeah.
You could tell in the movie, and I got this little pamphlet at the end of the movie, and it was like Lego Star Wars pamphlet, and it showed Lego Star Wars coming soon to Disney XD or something. So I think they're gonna expand in Lego form on BB-8 and CP3, because those are like the main characters that were on the page during that time. Yeah, so it'd be nice to see it on series. I agree, but yeah. Okay. What's your guys' feelings on the main villain?
Kylo Ren. Just everything that surrounded him, like in the story, I really enjoyed. The part that has me just wondering like so many things is when Rey she finds the lightsaber, she has those visions of what had happened before. What has really caught my attention is that moment when you see Kylo Ren killing, I would assume like young Jedi Knights, and you just see Luke just traumatized by what has just happened, and just all these things that weren't left clear in that movie, like have me enthusiastic about seeing the next one, just to see how that progresses, because what really interests me the most is the Jedi, like what happened to them, like what's going to happen to them, what's the backstory, like what did Luke do, what did Luke specifically do in those years when he was training those young Jedi, and what is it that caused Kylo Ren to go evil, you know? Because like with Anakin, it was well documented, I feel, but now we just have that little cliffhanger, at least for me.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I think it's interesting to see that, you know, like you see Anakin and Sith Lord of the previous, like of the first episodes 1, 2, and 3, and how they're kind of like being corrupted by power and like the selfishness kind of with that, and that's how they find their path to the dark side. But you don't really see so much of the anger side. Like you see them, you know, get aggressive, but it's not so much just raw anger. And that's what you see with Kylo Ren, that all of his tantrums and everything that he does, it's interesting to see the anger side of the dark side.
Turn your chair this way. And here's a question I have for you guys. Do you think, like, about Han Solo being killed? If you guys don't know, spoiler alert, Han Solo gets killed in the 7th movie. Do you guys think that was fair? Do you think the Han Solo character deserved another movie? Or what are your thoughts about this and Harrison Ford?
Well, going outside of like the lore and like an outside view on it, Han Solo, Harrison Ford is still gonna be in the next movie as flashbacks, so they're not cutting him off or anything. But I think it's just like Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original trilogy. They killed him off straight away, and he was pretty cool. I know, and I get that Han Solo is a bigger deal, but I think it will bring a lot to the characters in the next movie of Leia, Rey, possibly Chewbacca and possibly Kylo Ren, because that'll bring a lot more to the all four characters next.
Yeah, I think this movie's a good setup for the next one. I'm hoping there's a next one. And I think that death will be a good thing for the next one as well, like what Trent was saying. I also think that it was a good death, because it was showing that fatherly love of, like, you know, trusting his son and everything. Like, once he stepped on the bridge, I knew that, like, oh, he's going to die. Like, this is just Star Wars. You go on a bridge with your estranged son, you're going to die, or someone's getting a hand cut off. Like,
have you two seen the Chewbacca comic?
no.
Well, it's just a little like comic strip on Facebook that I saw of like, and it showed like Chewbacca like with like little Kylo Ren playing with him and being all friendly and stuff. And then like all of a sudden he gets bigger and bigger through the little comic strip, and then he walks away. There's a second comic strip that shows right at that scene where Kylo Ren stabs Han. Like Chewbacca in the movie had his crossbow in his hands. And it showed in like the little comic him aiming at Kylo Ren, and then he just puts it down and walks away.
That's so heartbreaking.
Dang.
Is this canonized?
No,
Okay.
just a little comic that someone that probably interpreted on Facebook.
I mean, it makes sense, because, like, Chewbacca and Han being such close friends that, you know, they'd grow up together.
Yeah.
Did you just mention Chewbacca and Han growing up together?
Well, not like Chewbacca wouldn't be growing up with him. I mean, like, they're
an
wild.
adult in the third movie.
Do you want to come join the podcast, Connor?
No.
Yeah, they're best friends. They've been best friends for a while, which is actually a cool story. I suggest you guys to go look up on the Star Wars Wikia, the story of Chewbacca and Han. It's pretty cool. If anyone's in the chat watching, tell us if you guys can actually hear us.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Or if no one's. Do we have any viewers right now?
We have 4.
Oh, nice.
So I might be one of those, but
Yeah, but I think with Han Solo's death was a good thing for the movie series.
not a good thing, but a good thing for the series.
Yeah. What's your opinion on it?
I just got emotional. I was like, man, how they took Han Solo.
I was like starting to tear up at that thing.
Yeah, it was like, oh man, Harrison Ford, he's not gonna come back. It wasn't a shock to me, but it was still tough to see.
Yeah.
It was like getting your wisdom teeth out before you went on the mission. You had to do it.
Did you have to do that?
Yeah, I did actually. I had 8 teeth come out in that surgery.
8.
8 teeth. I
Why
got
8?
IV'd just for my braces because my mouth was really screwed up as well. Yeah, that was. I would compare that to when Han Solo died. I think I was a little more sad though when Han Solo died.
Teeth destroyed.
Han Solo, more important than parts of the body.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, speaking of a mission,
Yeah.
do you want to transition that way, or?
No, I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, we can if we want. Someone messaged you, by the way. Cool.
That. Okay, for the record, that was Connet, not my roommate Chris. Sorry.
Connet's like a spell check.
Chris is not here. He'll probably he seemed interested when I told him about it, so he might be in the next episode.
He had some important thing, more important than us.
Working out, if that's important. Working out is important.
Okay.
Just kidding.
We should just like start selling Chris. Like give out his number, be like, call him.
So do you want to make a transition into missions?
Yeah, sure.
Missionary work? I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about?
Well, we haven't really served mission that you have. just, I don't know, tell us their testimony and mission.
I don't know.
On the
No,
spot.
I definitely know.
Sorry if it's on the spot.
No, it's okay. We're used to that, right? I really do. I'm really grateful for that opportunity that I have to serve a full-time mission. It is something that definitely changed my life, and the people that knew me before can totally testify to that. Some say that it is like the tithing that we give to the Lord on our life, and the promises that we have are just so great. I remember there was a special blessing that my stake president gave me and my family when I was set apart. Well, that he gave me while he was setting me apart. It was that I did not have to worry about my family while I was on the mission. That the Lord would provide for them. I didn't even have to think about it. Those were the words that he used, and it was really interesting. I remember that in particular from my blessing. And about 11 months into my mission, my dad all of a sudden lost a job he had for all of my life. For 20 years, he was a truck driver, and it was a little bit scary. But then I remembered those blessings that the Lord had given me through my stake president. And what I pretend to do with this is, if you're thinking about going on a mission and you think that worrying about your family is an obstacle, please don't, because you have to remember the blessings that the Lord gives you. They're in abundance, and they are for you as well as your family. The Lord will take care of his missionaries, the people that are diligently preaching the gospel. And you don't have to worry about that. You just go on your mission, and you will bring actually more blessings to your house than if you were there and not serving a mission. I can totally testify that. I know that this work is true. I know that this is the work of the Lord, and seeing it from a return missionary's point of view, we need like the strongest generation ever. We need missionaries that are going with a testimony where they're going firm. And when we're in the field and we see those new missionaries come in, maybe some of you are future missionaries that are listening. Please know that we are grateful for that. I was grateful for that, and you guys are such a testimony builder for us. You guys are so refreshing. It's good to see people that are coming off new with that special greeny spirit that we try to keep in throughout all the mission, and it's special. Don't underestimate yourself, because this isn't you that we're talking about. We're talking about the Lord making you into what he needs you to be. So the advice is just to put away all barriers, and to go on a mission and just do it, because you won't regret it at all. I promise you that. Do you have any questions for me?
Very quickly before I ask a question. For viewers that don't know what the mission is, it is for the LDS Church, and many other Christian churches. But one we're talking about is the LDS Church. We have 18-year-olds to what was the
18 to
25?
to about 25
To about 25 can go out for 2 years and serve a mission, which is going to preach the word of our church and the gospel, and try to just spread the word of who we are, what our standards and our mission in life is. Right, that's
Doing and serving.
What we do is, our purpose as missionaries is to preach and invite everyone to come into Christ. Helping them to accept the restored gospel through faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, repentance, baptism by immersion, the laying on of hands for the gift of the Holy Ghost, and enduring to the end. And that is our purpose. That is what we're doing when we're outside. We're outside proselyting, and no matter in Mexico, Russia, Asia, Europe. That is what we are doing as missionaries from usually about 10 to 9:30 for 2 years, and it's great. it really changed lives.
And I'm starting on the paperwork to start going on a mission.
That's way
So-
good. That's way good.
Super excited about that. Super scared, but super excited. It'll be good. It'll be good.
You nervous about it?
I've always been nervous
Yeah.
about it, but it's one of those like good nervous things, you know, where it's just like, 'cause it's you like I've grown up Mormon, and you know, it's just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, you know, when I'm older I'm gonna go to college, and when I'm older I'm gonna go on a mission. It's just one of those things that you always hear about, but then when you actually get there and you realize how much 2 years actually costs, it's scary, but it's good, you know. It's nice to think like and know that, you know, I'm giving up these 2 years that I could be, you know, working on a major, applying to the music program, all these different things, and instead I'm gonna go and serve other people and talk about something that is the most important thing to me. So I'm excited for that opportunity. Not many people get to do that. And some people have to find a different outlet, whether it's like an internship, traveling, whatever, to go and do, you know, take off a year or two off of college and schooling and everything. So many studies show that taking a gap year or two really helps when you come back, so that your mind is refreshed, you have a newer and better perspective of what the world is like, so that you come back and want to know more about your topic or change your major or whatever, so that you know more about yourself and about where you fit in the world, and see what you need so that you can go and do what you want to or feel like you need to.
Actually, something that I really enjoyed when I came here, my family came here, and my dad was looking on BYU's website, and he found an article about like the top 50 most influential thinkers, I think, something like that. That's how it's titled. But there are about like 5 BYU alumni on there, and one of them, I think he was number 2 on the list, number 2 of 50 influential thinkers, and he said that going on a mission is like being trained, like an intensive course. It's the same as, it's comparable to being in like the best, like I don't know, the best business. I would have to look up that quote directly. But he basically said like the training that we receive, the experiences that we go through on the mission, like will serve us, has served him so much in the business world. And you know, it's like you go and you obtain other skills as well, you know, like.
And that's what I also think is so awesome about a mission, is you're going out and helping other people, and like, there's just so much proof of the duality of that promise, that, you know, when you go out and help other people, whether it's on a mission, whether it's in your daily life, whatever it is, whenever you go out and help somebody, you're always helping yourself a little bit too. And, you know, not like monetarily or gaining a friend or more popularity, you're not talking about that. More about like liking yourself more, understanding yourself more, feeling more, you know, like you have more worth here. And that's what I think is so cool about a mission. It just helps everyone involved.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that quote because it's really good.
But I think it's super cool that you were promised that you didn't need to worry about your family, because I mean that's something that I'm sure a lot of missionaries think about,
Yeah.
because like, you know, relatives that
Yeah.
are sick or old, or young relatives, siblings, cousins, nieces,
Missing out on things.
missing out on stuff. Yeah.
Here's an interesting. I'm here on news.byu.edu. It says wave of returning missionaries brings BYU enrollment back up. It says the headline, number of students who have served missions now at 63%. What do you guys think about that?
Oh.
So over half of the campus, over half of
Yeah.
the student body has served a full-time mission.
That is intense. It's probably why our campus is so awesome.
That's actually it's funny because from what I've heard, you know, I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and from what I've heard, like from an outside of Utah type of perspective, it's like I've just heard that BYU is just such a hard place not to get into. You know, the standards have definitely gone up, and I would say maybe that the fact that over 63% have served full-time missions is definitely a factor. Not necessarily like all of them served at the same time or before they went to college, you know, but the fact that they had that mentality or had that goal in mind, however vague, maybe could have helped them.
Well, also, it's the well, repercussions can be a positive word, but it's the repercussions from the 2012 mission change.
Mm-hmm.
Because like everyone that was 18 at the time that wanted to go, they just went, and now they're starting to get back. So enrollment has like been like huge now.
Oh yeah. Aren't we like over 30,000 students at BYU?
Somewhere around that, I think.
And
I
then
don't know.
take 63% of that.
I've been.
That's a lot.
Hold on, let me see it. I was wondering that earlier today on my way to my American Heritage class. How many kids are in the school? Let's see.
And another
Or
thing that I
people,
like,
sorry.
yeah, kids. What are you talking about? We ain't kids.
Well, here's one thing that's pretty cool. Just looking on the things that the 5 coolest, or what was the title? 5 of the coolest, most successful BYU inventions of this year. Talking about 2015, I think. The 4th one, the one that really caught my interest was the relative finder. Now the relative finder is something that we were looking at like these last few days, huh?
Yeah.
With Garrett, my roommate who currently isn't here. I hope he can be here the next episode. Where you can find you can basically like make connections or find your connections with celebrities. I think Garrett found his relation with Elder Neil Anderson and Elder Richard G. Scott who recently passed away from the Quorum of the 12 Apostles. And I would imagine that, like, this is super convenient for like genealogy.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like being able to like diagram, like graph your family tree better and have a sense of really who you are, like who you come from. You know, I feel that's a little uplifting. What do you think? To be related to an apostle.
Yeah. No, it's with that I found out that I was related to someone on the Mayflower. That on my mom's side, we've been American since there was America. Because on my dad's side, you can see on the screen, my last name's England. My dad's side, we're pretty new. Not, you know, we've been American for a while, but like, we're pretty new. We have an awesome European name, but it's interesting.
Yeah. What would you say was the hardest part of being on your mission?
The hardest part of being on my mission, I would say humility. I mean, like lowering all the pride, all the things that I thought were the best option when really they weren't they weren't the best option. I think that is something that that I think I had to work on, and I did, and it helped to be able to work on it. Just being able to be humble and to accept the will of the Lord, being teachable, and that I say that's hard because it's not just like a one like 2-minute thing where you just like humble yourself and there you go, like you receive tons of revelation. No, you have to spend a lot of time on your knees. You have to spend days, including some weeks, in order to be able to receive the revelation that is necessary to become a better missionary. Like some may come instantaneously, and that's great, but like all truths in the gospel, I think you have to work pretty hard to get, you know. And I think just being teachable and being receptive to the whisperings of the Spirit, I think that was probably the biggest challenge. It says in Preach My Gospel, and I love Preach My Gospel, that the most valuable gift that we should have is like the gift of the Spirit, you know, being able to be led by it constantly.
Yeah.
Because when we do it, we are able to see that success, you know, and as we do it, we feel that happiness, we feel that joy, and definitely that is probably was the hardest thing for me, trying to be humble so that I can have that gift of the Spirit always with me.
Sorry, I got a contact saying that we all kind of need to speak a little bit louder. She couldn't quite hear all of us. So
we are speaking louder.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you. It's nice to see that. It's nice to know that someone is listening.
Yeah. We have 2 people out there right now watching.
One's probably you.
One's probably me. But
we'll get more and more. It's just a busy night tonight.
oh yeah, FHE and everything.
Yeah, FHE. Is there any other day that we could
Mm-hmm.
have this?
Yeah. Today was just convenient for today.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
psych. There's actually 0 watching. I'm the only one. It says 0. That's kind of. Come on, guys.
well, it's still on the channel for future watching after the stream. What were you saying? Just really. Oh yeah, finding another day for this.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll try to figure out a new day for this sometime this week.
Mhm.
I was planning on doing Wednesdays, but I don't know yet.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I have class till 6:40, but well,
Yeah.
if it continues to start at 7, it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, message. I think. Nope, that was just a Facebook alert. You guys want to take like a 5-minute break
Sure.
or 2-minute break, whatever?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll switch it back to the music.
Did you not?
There we go.
Okay.
Oh
No.
no, that was all good. I muted it. Why?
Well, hi. We're finally back from the break, and you can hear us now.
Thank you for the people that are decent enough to still watch it, even though they can't hear us. Shout out to them.
Less technical difficulties next time. Way less. Shout out to them that have been watching and said they couldn't hear us.
Yeah, thank you for sticking with us there.
What we're talking about just barely is how BYU is pretty awesome for being what it is.
A stone cold sober university.
Yeah, and also I read that article and I also read another one that we are the number one combination of smart and hop students.
Oh yeah, I did read that. It's true.
Uh-huh.
You can feel proud of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a BYU student right now, or
I mean, it's part of the application process. You have to send in a picture and like any pageant judges for a recommendation. Like it's just part of the application process, you know?
Yeah. Some modeling careers on your resume might not hurt too much. And just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I got in because I was in theater, and so just like, you know, sent in all these like headshots and things and newspaper articles about how, you know, I was the most attractive Frankenstein's creature that they've ever seen. So
yeah, and then they accepted they only accept missionaries because who they are, not what they look like. Just kidding.
yeah, definitely. I wouldn't have accepted myself based on what I look like.
Hey,
Ivan, it's important to accept yourself.
don't feel down.
I accept myself.
Don't-
BYU might not. Well, they did, obviously. I'm here, whether you guys like it or not.
Maybe you're just pretending to be a BYU student and no one has caught on yet.
No, I'm a BYU student.
He has the ID to prove it. He's pulling it out.
Just no, tell us that ID number
Wait, why?
so we can use all your money.
Oh, you look different in your picture, dude.
I do. Well, that's because I have a fitted cap on right now. Let's see.
You're gonna put it up.
BYU student. See, not a bad person, even though I do look kind of mad in there. I don't know why. I tried not to look mad.
Yeah. We just barely got to the point on the video where I'm like kicking and screaming right there.
Jumping up and down.
Yeah. I just barely sat down like 2 seconds ago. So anyway, yeah, BYU is pretty awesome. There's surprisingly a lot of diversity, even though it doesn't look like it. There's a lot of.
I like that. I like the diversity. I remembered in my first year at BYU, the Latin dances, the Polynesian celebrations. Those are really cool. It made me want to investigate more about the good things about each culture. Shout out to all the friends that participated in both celebrations. I thought they were really good. They were inspiring. That helped me remember and appreciate the culture that I come from, and it was great. It was definitely great. And if there are those celebrations, like, we invite you to be able to go and see them because they're really cool. Take a date, take a friend, just take whatever, but just go. They're really cool. They're worth it.
Yeah. Are you part of the multicultural club? They just host random events all the time.
Yeah, I'm not part of the multicultural club right now. I have friends that are in there right now. But they're hardworking people, and that and you can totally see that in the presentations. They're really well done. They're very admirable.
Yeah, I'm part of the club. It's pretty cool to go see all the different because twice a month they hold like a culture night, like Polynesian, Hispanic, Cuba. Well, Hispanic is Cuba. Well, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
Cuba, Mexico, like they hold all these culture nights like at least like twice or 3 times a month, which are all pretty cool things. I haven't been to one yet. I came here to BYU because in 2014 I did this summer program for a week called SOAR, where you go for a week and you take the ACT and then also like do like what's it called, which is the SAT also, and you go do like multicultural stuff and just service projects and just having fun with a bunch of random people from all over the world. It was pretty cool, and that's how I decided kind of how that I wanted to go to BYU, was because of the people and the feelings I got here at BYU. While when I was there that week, I was originally planning to go like to NYU or what was it, UCLA, because they well, not UCLA, another college in California, because they had the best film programs. But then I started reading more about BYU's, and they have like the best program pretty much. Like you can get, unlike the other colleges which give you really good skills, that's really hard to get into the arts of film. But at BYU, they're like have like straight connections to Disney and all of these other places, Warner Bros. Or you could go like, hey, I'm out of I just graduated college, and all of a sudden Disney will just go come and direct Spider-Man.
Sure, that's exactly how it works.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna work for me, I promise you.
I mean, I guess I hope that's how it works. I'm a music major, music composition, commercial music, not entirely sure yet. So I'm kind of hoping that's how it works, you know, just like, oh look, I graduated from BYU, awesome places, accept me.
Yeah, it was cool. My buddy Justin, shout out to Justin, he was telling me today about, he's actually a computer science major, and this is something that he loves, and he's sticking with it. He was telling me about what his teacher told him today, how just to show how great BYU is. Like, he told me that his teacher told him that Microsoft would come asking for 50 computer science majors, and BYU comes out with only 12. But Microsoft isn't swayed by that. They say that they would pay for more BYU computer science majors. As well as the business school in itself it has a reputation as being one of the best in the nation, and the accounting program, it's crazy. It's I think it is the best in the nation. You know.
Accounting program.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my dad's an accountant graduating from BYU, so has to be pretty good, right?
Shout out to Adam's dad. Brother England, you're the best. We're gonna see you soon.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be coming. Oh, we should do a video with him.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Well, we are gonna go out to eat somewhere, and I'm doing a video then.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's coming Wednesday, right?
Yeah, he'll be here Wednesday, and then, but not here. He's coming on Wednesday, so he'll be here. It's actually the Holes in the Eye.
Are more people watching besides us? Because I'm watching too.
My parents are watching, that's for sure. But my dad will be here. He'll actually be in Provo with us on Thursday.
Yeah, there's more people than just you.
Okay, cool.
And mine doesn't count because it's my account, and I get a view for my account. But total so far, I think we've had 10, not at the same time, but 10 overall people watching.
And I guess it's an invitation that we'd like to extend to everyone. If there's something that you want to talk about, you want to vent your feelings, but you don't trust your roommate enough to do so, you can come on here and you can spit everything that you want, all right?
And we'll give you advice as best we can if you do want it.
If you just want to rant for 5 minutes straight, it's totally cool, because this is good for you, this is good for us.
Totally.
You know, it's a win-win situation.
Let us know what else you want us to talk about too.
This is all about talking between you guys and us and everyone. Hence the name, pretty much.
X talk, and we're not talking about X's. I know there's no E, but I still think it's ambiguous. Okay.
There's not really many X's I could talk about anyway. That's why I only had one. But yeah, it was that's the whole point of the series, is just to talk with people and having random guests. If you want to be on the show and you're here at BYU, come and ask us.
And if you think you could do a better job than us, and with a great invitation, we invite you to come here and to show us how to do it.
Yeah.
I heard that there's another podcast. I'm just gonna shout it out. I don't really know what the name is, but there's a thing called the Mormon missionary Mormon dating podcast or something.
Missionary to dating, okay.
Well, it was it's not missionary. It was Mormon. It was MMP. That's what the whole thing was, and I don't remember what it was, but they have podcasts where people just go and ask advice on Should your friend date this return missionary? Should your friend go on a date with this guy or girl because they're not a return missionary? And just random.
Oh, is that coming out?
Yeah.
No.
That's why. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that will be a pretty cool podcast. I'll probably watch an episode or so to learn how they do it more. I've seen a few podcasts. They're all pretty cool. This is pretty much the same setup, but we're probably worse at it than most people.
Yeah.
So boring. Whatever.
Mm.
What did they talk about? What makes them so great?
Yeah.
I heard. So I use the radio on Google Play,
Mm-hmm.
and they have ads sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like there was this ad of and ads are typically podcasts, and one of the podcasts was Denzel Washington is the greatest actor ever on earth, and that was the whole point of their podcast, was to go over Denzel Washington movies and say that he's the greatest actor. I don't know if you know who that Denzel Washington is, but
Yeah, I
pretty
do. He was Coach Boone. And remember the Titans?
that's a good movie.
Yeah, it was such a great movie. It's a great Disney movie too. What these people need to know is who would win in a fight, Goku or Superman?
This
Superman.
Goku. Goku can explode a world with one finger. Superman can shoot lasers out of his eyes.
Yeah. So when's the new Justice League movie coming out? I've been wanting. I've been.
Batman vs Superman?
No, but that's not the Justice League movie, is it?
The Justice League movie.
I heard there's one coming out like in 2020.
No, it's 2018, I think.
Really, when there's gonna be 5D and I'm gonna be like married, and have 2 kids.
Hopefully you get married by then.
Hopefully, yeah.
We can.
You guys too. Wait,
I'll be
it's
coming back
2016.
then.
Oh, you'll be coming back.
Yeah, I hope
You'll be married. 6 months, you'll be married.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little soon. That's a little scary. Ah.
Is that the same rule for you? 6
No.
months from now, I get married.
No, everything's relative, right?
Uh-huh.
No, but
What? Applies for me, but not you.
yes. No, I'm waiting for this Justice League movie.
Mm-hmm. Sure you. Ah!
Well, this is horrifying.
Okay, I'm just kidding. That wasn't. Yeah, the Justice League movie should be good. However, a lot of the Justice League characters are gonna be in the new Batman movie,
Mm-hmm.
which is like Cyborg, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Superman, and Batman. Robin too. He's in there.
Aquaman.
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 Speaking of that, I got a cool game just barely for the Xbox. It's a fighting game between like, you can play all the DC superheroes, Justice League, and villains.
Might as well put Mermaid Man and SpongeBob in there.
Mermaid Man and SpongeBob. Yeah.
SpongeBob, dude. He's a sponge.
Mhm. Well.
What?
Yeah. Well, I think that was a good first episode.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got our voice out there.
We saw Trent raging.
No.
We saw what he could really do.
No.
Watch out, because this is only the start.
We
Yeah.
plotted the demise of our dorm windows. I don't know if you actually heard that or though.
I think they did.
They did. Dang
Well,
it.
then you didn't hear about our master plot. Kevin
Yeah.
can't get at us.
Yeah.
Too bad, BYU housing.
We win. Yeah. Well, we'll try to talk about some of the topics that were the like 1 or 2 topics we missed. It will naturally come out somehow.
And so please send us topics that you would like to hear about
Uh-huh.
on this podcast as well. If you want to hear why Denzel Washington isn't the best actor in the world, we will definitely talk about that.
Uh-huh. Or advice on whether or not your roommate should date a non-return missionary, stuff like that. Just kidding. Anyway.
Or if you want to start learning French or Spanish, we can start our own like educational video systems. It'll be fantastic. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
You
Right?
got to tune into this multicultural podcast. We're going to bring some of that stuff in for sure. Still working out the kinks, but we'll do it.
We'll have a lot more guests too sometimes. It'll probably be around 3 to 5 people each episode. Depends what's going to probably be. Possibly 2 if we're...
Really desperate and lonely.
And expect more points of views and stuff on topics. Give us topics about movies, television, Let's see what else. Pop culture, dating, daily life, BYU. Whatever else you guys come up. News articles.
Okay, hold up. This is something that I want to get out.
Okay.
From what happened like about 3 years ago. Okay, so I remember it was winter semester. I had just gotten back from Chicago, back to BYU. It was really funny. Shout out to whoever sends out these emails. It made me laugh, but I remember one time like it was just snowing so hard, and basically what the campus sent us, I was living in Helaman Halls. Basically told us, well, the road, the pathways, the crosswalks are icy. It's snowing really hard. Good luck. Don't die. Be safe. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, what? They're not even gonna salt the crosswalks, sidewalks, and actually, just right after that email came out, like actually that same day, you see a video of just students like going like sliding down this little ramp like between Heritage Halls and Helaman, just like I don't know, that to me was just a show just how great like this place in general is at taking care of like those terrible conditions, because some people do get hurt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it was just really funny that there was no email that was saying we're gonna take this action or don't worry. It was more like good luck, don't die. It was winter 2013. If any of you guys were here, man, it was crazy. It was funny, and that's something I definitely told in my mission a lot. But it's great to be here at BYU, bro. Wouldn't want to be in any other university, like Trent said. And yeah, that was my little rant.
Well, that's good.
Rants are good.
And I think, let's see, it's 8:05. I think we should end. It'll be probably 50-minute podcast.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right there.
Because the editing out the muted part, so you probably won't know what we're talking about. But it's muted for like 10 minutes probably.
And whose fault is that?
Mine.
'Kay.
I hate it. Anyway.
Oh, rest in peace, David Bowie.
Oh, yeah.
He was definitely an influential character in rock, in classic rock. Also,
The
rest in
Labyrinth.
peace, Lemmy Kilmister, the frontman and the bassist of Motorhead. He was so dope. Rest in peace, Lemmy, as well. Just wanted to put that out there. I like rock too.
This is the man who likes everything.
I
There's
do.
like nothing that he doesn't know anything about.
Next time he's on an episode, instead of his name in the corner, I'll put the man who likes everything.
Just the most interesting man alive at BYU.
Or
Except if face it.
Can we have a BYU GQ magazine for like the most interesting man alive or whatever magazine does that?
I have like a suit and a fitted cap on.
Yep.
Or we'll just put Riley as your name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ivan, also known as Riley.
A.K. Riley.
But I prefer Ivan, guys, please.
Ivan.
Call him Riley.
Ivan.
Call him Riley, please. I'm begging you, call him Riley.
Yep.
If you see me in the campus
Call
and
him
you call
Riley.
me Riley, like I will just be flattered that you guys saw this and have mercy. You have that soul, that pity. Thank you for
Yeah,
reading your
right,
scriptures today. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Still a missionary, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Uh,
Well, I think that's a pretty good wrap of is that everything you guys want to say?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
good.
Very good.
Rest in peace, David Bowie. Everything else we talked about, I don't know, recap.
Rest in peace. This podcast won't happen again.
Uh-huh.
Just kidding.
That's what happened to the last two podcasts I had. They just failed.
this
No.
will not fail. We are BYU and we do not fail here.
No, it's okay. I'm here now. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
No.
why this podcast is going so well.
We just need Ivan, that's all.
No, I'm just kidding. That humility I talked about earlier, I still have it. I promise.
Yeah. Well, I'm Trent Mckenney, and you guys are.
I'm Ivan. You can call me Riley, I guess.
Just Adam. My mother calls me Larry, but that's just her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thank you guys for watching Next Talk. Tune in next week sometime. I'll let you know later what day it will be. Probably Wednesday. Bye.
À la prochaine fois.